This is a very important video about people who work night shifts or the swing shifts. Please give them appreciation because they are putting their lives and health at risk. There are many ways how people detriment their health. Today, we're going to focus specifically on weight gain and weight loss and how people who have a dysynchronous lifestyle actually are going to be subject for obesity, which can also cause a lot of other problems and metabolic syndrome and whatnot. So number one, there is something called endocannabinoids. So I learned about endocannabinoids, leptin, and ghrelin. These are three different types of hormones. Leptin and ghrelin are hunger and satiety hormones. Endocannabinoids are sounds like cannabis, which actually makes you have the munchies. So people who don't sleep at night, they're more likely to have more endocannabinoids circulating in their bloodstream, and hence they're craving more munchies and things that are unhealthy, and it's harder for them to resist the bad food. There's something called leptin and ghrelin. So I think about leptin like Lipton tea, which you feel nice and content. And I think about ghrelin like when you're grilling something on the grill and you smell food, you're salivating and getting hungry. So I think about ghrelin as your hunger hormone and leptin as your satiety hormone. And when somebody sleeps, they cause a double whammy. When someone doesn't sleep and they're sleep deprived or working at night, they're causing a double whammy on their system. They're increasing the amount of ghrelin, their hunger hormone, and they're decreasing the amount of leptin circulating, their satiety hormone. So they're feeling less satiated, more hungry. And when they have a temptation to eat something that they shouldn't be eating, and they have endocannabinoids circulating in higher quantities in their system, it's going to be much, much harder in magnitudes for them to refrain from eating those foods. So you have to work so much harder to keep away from eating things that are not good for you. And then Dr. Michael Greger, he's one of the leading researchers out there in health and nutrition. He has a website called nutritionfacts.org. I've been following him for about a decade now. So basically he talks about something called chronobiology, which is an amazing study. And I've read it, I think I read it in his book or something. He talks about a calorie is not a calorie. People think that a calorie is a calorie, and nothing could be further from the truth. Dr. Lustig from Metabolical, an amazing doctor who studies physiology, and he studied pediatric endocrinology. He talks also about how a calorie is not a calorie. It's a misconception. Here is an interesting study where the subjects had 2,000 calories. They had it either only during breakfast time or dinner time, and they were not allowed to exercise because they wanted to keep everything kind of the same. And they noticed that people who ate during breakfast time, the same 2,000 calorie consumption, they lost more weight versus the people who ate it during dinner time. So there was something called chronobiology. You're biologically better at metabolizing and burning calories, and processing foods depending on the time of day. So this is another reason, and there's a lot more reasons, but these are some of the reasons why if you don't sleep well at night, if you're working a night shift, a shift worker, please have a lot of sincerity and respect for these people because they're putting their lives and their well-being to detriment to the better of other people. But know that there are grave risks involved in this. I hope you guys are well. Take care.